So I'm Tina Weisser. I'm based in Munich, and I am professor for service design and UX at the Munich Center for Digital Science and Artificial Intelligence. And that's a joint venture between the design faculty and informatics, computer science. And I also work as a consultant for leadership, and I'm part of the SDN, so I'm a board member for the academy. What would be the opposite? Design for inefficiency. So I think that's actually, so quite obvious that everybody wants to have impact, because I think if you don't have impact, I guess there's no work to do. I think in terms of service design, impact has so many different levels. So you have the social aspect, you have the inclusivity, you have planet-centric design. You have user, obviously. We started out probably to make the life of users easier and better, but then you also have the organization, the team, leadership. So I think that's the whole list. People are very open-minded, they're curious. It's extremely easy to get in contact. People are really open to meet other people, to learn new things, and I think that's very special. The first impression is always, oh my God, this is such a nice place. It's a beautiful building. It's in a really nice part of the town, and then you meet all these extremely open-minded people, and I think they are all curious. They want to get to know each other. I've been at service design conferences for, I think my first one was in Amsterdam, so I'm actually, in terms of service design conference record, there are people who have long legacy. So I would say I'm in the middle, maybe. And this is always the nice thing. It's such a nice atmosphere, very welcoming, very caring. Lots of volunteers. I think it's amazing how many the service design network mobilizes so many people to support and be there, friendly, talk to me. So yeah, so I'm an SDN member. I think I'm a member since 2016, 15. So more than, almost 10 years. Mm-hmm. So I think it's just nice to be part of this community, to feel part of a community that is worldwide. It's spread across the world. I think you can learn a lot. So it's a beautiful, I think that, there are so many case studies out there. And I think it's a very well-run community, because it's developing every year. You see, new things, progress. You see the industry is developing, or the service design isn't stopping. And I think there are other movements out there or disciplines that don't develop, and that are not so open. So we are, I would say, quite small academy board. So it's the three of us. It's Anna, Thomas, and me. And we are looking on a meta level, on the education, what are things that service designers need. We have people who are new to the topic. We have very experienced practitioners, and to make sure there's a training for everyone, and to make sure we are up to date, always looking for new courses. So I think, the latest development was the new master accreditation. So the master series program that Jessie Grimes was developing with, I think, 10 trainers for the first course. So many people signed up. So I think there's a big demand out there. I think we have the vision to really develop learning paths for every service designer. So whenever you want to kind of enrich your education or enrich your practice, that you have a selection, or you have a course, like a path. You can see, oh, I could do this, and then the next is this. So I think that would be really nice to have a real kind of path going through it. And you always feel I think it's also nice for everybody to feel that there's progress. I'm doing something. I'm not kind of standing still. So I have 2 different courses running at the moment. I have the leadership lab. So that's address that to service design leaders who already maybe have a leading position or also are preparing for a leadership position. And that's a learning journey. And also there's lots of interaction also between the participants. So we have a series of 4 different kind of modules where it's more like a lecture, but also breakout sessions where you really try out different methods. Because also leadership has many levels. So you have the me level, I'm myself as a leader, who am I, what are my values, what is my goal, how is my development path for myself, and then you have the team, you have the organization, you have maybe another, the leadership team within the company. So there are so many topics, and this is I would say it's a toolkit or the minimum viable leadership toolkit that just really equips you to think about crucial things, about crucial topics. And it's not, you can't do it within half a year. The whole module runs, the whole leadership lab runs over a course of 3 months. But there's always, then we have alumni sessions where we again have a speaker, have some inspiration, and then also there will be a new format coming out of this case clinics where the participants can meet again afterwards and talk about real stuff that's happening at work. So I think for some people it's the beginning of their leadership journey. For others it's just the continuation, or also to make sure, because we're all humans, even so technology evolves rapidly, human patterns are quite consistent, and to realize, oh my God, it's not myself, this is a pattern that happens to everyone, so you're not alone. You're not alone out there. And because people sign up from all parts of the world, and they are not within one company, it's quite nice because you can share really honestly what's happening, what are your concerns. The people who participate also, I think, enjoy it because they meet each other, more than just for one session. It's really ongoing. And so it's also great networking and learning from each other. And there's also have a course on service design management. This is really about implementing service design, because still, this is a really important topic. If you don't implement services that you design, it's just also important to get a basic idea, a fundamental idea, how does this work? Because service and implementation is change. It is, there's a lot of change management is a big part of it. And this is really the topic of, what are the conditions that you need within an organization to make it more likely that a new service design concept has the chance to get rolled out. So I was giving a workshop yesterday with Jessie Grimes. We picked the topic of generating custom GPTs that could help service designers to become their personal assistant. The idea was to be really hands-on. I've developed for my students at the university a really structured process how to do that, because if you are not yet an expert in service design, a lot of times you don't even know what to ask. You don't know what are all the things that are important. And so that's a very structured process to come from, I think this is a task where I could use AI. Usually it would be repetitive tasks, but you have to define the goal, why do I want this, and what exactly should it do, and to get to a really hands-on, very focused, effective output. And that's the idea, to do the thinking first. It's so easy to press the button and then there comes text and you just don't know, oh my God, when to read that. And the idea was to stop, to slow down the process, really focus, what do you want? What do you really want? And that was nice in the groups to discuss how could it really help us? How could AI or Gen AI help us, support us, and then come to really concrete output. So we had 4 different GPTs running yesterday. They're still there. And then also to enhance them, to explore. So that was the topic.